don't know if this angle works literally at all, but who cares? I am working. It is 10:50. I'm working remotely today because it's a Friday, and also because my back hurts a lot, so I'm working from home. So most of my tasks today are just gonna be responding to emails, making spreadsheets, and calling people. And I'm not gonna film all of it because some of it is stuff that I can't just share on the internet, because that would be going against the rules of the company I work for. But I am, okay, laptop, pick up. I am gonna at least chat for a few minutes because I feel like it. I live alone, and I could go into the office and get more social interaction, but dude, I do not feel up to that at all. I feel like garbage. So I'm staying right here on my couch. The first thing that I am gonna do is I'm gonna figure out which of my dealers, because I haven't explained it, I sell appliances to dealerships who then sell those appliances to customers who have them in their houses, whatever. I am going to start by going through all of my customers or all of my dealerships and making a spreadsheet of which product lines they're registered for, because I don't know, because I'm new and I'm still learning, and I want to make sure that anytime I offer deals and stuff to people, I want to make sure that I'm giving them everything that they are able to use, and I'm not giving them things that they're not able to use, because that would not be helpful for anybody. So I'm just going to be going through, I have 50 or so accounts that I manage, so I'm going to be going through. That's just going to take me freaking forever. And I also have to deal with a couple of issues that people have reached out to me for. I don't know how much of this I'm going to be chatty. I don't know if I want to do some sort of lo-fi hang out with me situation. I don't know, man. I'm not good at this. I'm not a YouTuber. It's not what I do. I'm just kind of going with the flow. I believe this is a credit issue. Okay. Dude, I'm in so much pain right now. I feel like such garbage right now. Genuinely, I feel like shit. I'm on my period. That's why I feel like shit. And I feel gross, and I feel anxious, and my back hurts, and I'm tired. And that's a big reason why I decided, beyond just because it's Friday, it's a big reason I decided to work from home today. Because I was like, the idea of sitting in a cubicle today makes me want to set fire to my hair. It makes me so stressed. I'm like, no. So anyway, that's how I'm feeling. Hope you're feeling better than I am. I have a coffee and I've been sipping on it because I really enjoy coffee, but it sometimes upsets my tummy, so I'm being careful. I also am burning a candle, which is pretty fun, because I like when things smell nice. And everything else that's going on in my apartment right now is entirely, it's messy over there, and it's a little messy over there. Dude, I do not feel like I can function right now. I might actually stop recording in a minute, because I'm overwhelmed. I hate that. I don't know if this is a common experience among people who experience periods, or if this is a me thing, or other people who have anxiety disorders or autism or whatever, but I feel like my anxiety and my general likelihood of getting overstimulated is up here during my period, and the period right before, the pre-period suffering, right? It sucks, dude. It's so awful. I hate it. I feel so much mentally worse. I feel like I can't take care of myself properly, because the eating stresses me out, because I'm like, well, what if it makes me feel yucky? And being out and about stresses me out, because I could go from being completely fine to completely unable to function within minutes. And it's depending on how far I am from home, it's not particularly safe to drive like that. And it's not fun to be in a public place like that. I've had shutdowns or whatever in public, and it's really, really unpleasant for a lot of reasons. Part of it is the discomfort of feeling like you're disrupting people, Also the discomfort of feeling like you're being perceived, also the discomfort of not being able to do certain things that you would usually do. Like for me, I often change into like a tank top or something so that I can avoid anything touching here. Right now, this isn't a problem for me, which is why I'm able to wear this sweater, but like there have been times where I'm out at a grocery store or something and I go from being totally fine to totally not fine, and it's horrible. It sucks, dude, especially when you can't just leave. Like to an extent with a grocery store, I can just put the groceries back and zonk out of there, or take what I have, buy it, zonk out of there, go back later for whatever else I missed. But if that's not the case, like if you're in an important meeting or you're in whatever like situation, you can't just get up and leave. That's like the biggest reason why I don't like working in an office, even though, you know, most of the time when I'm working in the office, I can get up and walk around. There's private workrooms I can go to. There's like, it's a relatively big office, so there's a lot of space where I could walk around like hallways that are relatively empty. I could just go into a bathroom and just like do some deep breathing. I do that a lot, where I go into the bathroom and if it's empty, I just stay out in the main bathroom area. If it's not, I go into a stall and I just, you know, breathe. But it's so stressful because it feels like, okay, I can do that, but then at some point I have to get back to work, and even though I know I'm not really being perceived or watched or whatever, it feels like every time I get up to move around or to take care of my anxiety or whatever, it feels like it's like a demerit against my performance, even though I know that's not the case. I know that's not how that works. But it feels that way. It feels like that's what's gonna happen, is like my boss is gonna be like, oh, you got up and left your desk. Even though like yesterday he was gone for 2.5 or 3 hours without any of his work phone or laptop or anything, and I was trying to get help with something, he wasn't there. So I know, I know that it's not a huge deal, but it feels like a huge deal in here, right? Okay, let's see. Do they have, I'm like on and off doing these like tasks and then talking and then task and then talking. I do feel better talking about it. It does feel a little bit better to say stuff, to express it and to explain it. But you know, also totally unrelated, I'm very excited for Spotify Wrapped to come out. I'm so excited to see how insane I've been this year. I've been unemployed for most of the year, and I've been depressed for all of the year. So my music listening has been like a lot. Listen to a lot of music, and I'm curious to see what I listen to the most. I think it's gonna still be BTS, but I wouldn't be surprised if like Cave Town or something took that #1 spot, just because BTS has not released new music as a group this year. So I've listened to a lot of like RM or V or Jungkook or Jimin, but not as much BTS labeled full group music as I might have previous years. But I'm curious to see what my most listened to music is. I'm curious to see how many listening minutes or listening hours or whatever I have. Can't wait for that, because that'll be something for sure. But you know, it's fine. It's fine if I listened to too much music this year, because what else was I gonna do, right? And also, music is like a comfort for me. Same with YouTube. But I watch a lot of YouTube and I listen to a lot of music, and I don't know if it's the best way to cope, because it kind of pulls me out of the moment a little bit. But at the same time, sometimes with how this thing works, being super in the moment is not great for me. Like it makes me spiral a little bit, versus listening to music that I find comforting or watching videos that I find comforting. It helps me not spiral as much, and helps me, reminds me that there's good stuff around me as well as the bad stuff, because there's still bad stuff, right? There's still, you know, the election, or when I was unemployed, there's still the unemployment and uncertainty. There was the worry about income and all that, but there's the good stuff. There's music I like, there's people I enjoy, there's friends and family that I talk to, that I share music with, or that I talk about YouTube with. Like I've watched Hot Ones with my parents, right? That's YouTube. I'm realizing, I don't know if I'm going through their like catalog to figure out if they can order things from certain lines. I don't know if this is an accurate way to check this. Because there are, with how the company, I don't think I should share what company I work for. With how the company I work for works, there's products that everyone that works with us can buy, and then if you want to sell this group or this group of products, you have to apply and register and then display those in your store, which is fine. Some people don't do that because it kind of goes up in price, right? Like this stuff is more affordable, this stuff is more expensive, this stuff is most expensive, both for the dealer and for the customer. So some people, their stores, the clientele that they have are mostly buying this, so they don't pay for this or this. But some people have a clientele that will buy this or this, so they will, pay, or they will like display this and this, and they will order it. I can't tell if the way I'm checking is the correct way to check, because so far everyone I've looked at has had all three, but also I've been looking at my top accounts. What if I go to an account that does not order much? I'm gonna check that and see if the way that I'm checking is correct, and if not, I'm gonna go back and re-decide how I'm gonna check. Also, this website that we use for ordering is so slow. They're remaking it, thank God, because I'm like, it's so slow. Send me in there. I have a computer science degree. Yeah, that's a fun thing. I don't think you can see it because I'm down here. The camera's down here. Right up there. Computer science degree, game dev degree. I do sales. Go to college. Do go to college if that's what you want to do, especially if you're going into like med school or something. Like that needs a degree for sure. But word to the wise, don't study computer science if you are just doing it to get a job. Not worth it. Not worth it. Because I did get a computer science job, but they let me go within a year without warning. And then I couldn't find another computer science job after that, which is super cool. But I like this. What I'm doing now I really like. The company is really great. The people are great. The job itself is actually more interesting than I would have expected. Not that sales isn't interesting, but I didn't think that I would personally find it interesting, if that makes sense. I didn't think it'd be within my area of enjoyment of a job, but I was wrong. I like it. At least so far. I do have some issues with how sometimes some of the people will talk to me. Not the people at my company, like my customers. They'll talk to me or they'll be rude, and I'm a salesperson, so I'm not going to sit there and be like, how dare you? I'm gonna essentially take it and be like, I understand your frustration, that sounds frustrating, blah blah blah, whatever, but hey, be nice, like, for sure. Okay. Okay, so I figured it out. I can see the products for those, but I can't add them to the truck. Okay, so I need to go back and reevaluate how I'm doing this. This is how my dad says he does it, because he also works here. And I swear to God, this is the slowest possible way to do literally anything, but I'm fine with wasting some time doing it because I don't have a whole lot of calls to make today or anything. I do have to figure out this issue. I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, let's see if this works this time. This other thing. Okay, finally. Dude, I feel like garbage. I'm gonna go through and do all of these. This one account has a bunch of different locations, so I should maybe ask them if one or all of their locations. Yeah, I'll send them an email because they have a bunch of locations. I need to ask if it's different. But I'm gonna be done talking now because because I need to get stuff done, and also because my social battery is low. But thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for joining me. I don't know what the purpose of any of these videos I'm making is. I think it's just to document me talking and being myself and sharing my thoughts and stuff, because I have been not doing that much. because all of my friends live far away, so whenever we talk about like life updates and stuff. We don't have as many just casual hanging out chats because we don't casually hang out as much anymore, which is fine, obviously, but now you're forced to listen. So if you did, thank you for joining me. And let me know what you did today. Let me know if you got a coffee. I drink iced coffee. This is an iced honey oat milk latte that I got. Yeah, just chat with me, hang out. Thanks for joining me. Okay, bye. Bye.